Yes, sir. Welcome back to Redacted Show. I'm your host, Wafiq, or Feek, with my co-host, my other host.
Some co-host Day to Day in the building. And I apologize in advance. Getting over under the weather. Been under the weather for the last couple of days. But I'm feeling better now. But glad to be back. Glad to be back for 11. I want to say 11 to episode 112. We appreciate all support, all the likes, all the continued support on our TikToks, on our IG reels. We appreciate all that. We see the subscriber count rising and continue to rise, and the viewer count rise as well. So make sure that you are subscribing, sharing the channel, word of mouth, and things of that nature.
Yes, sir.
And if you want to support us monetarily, we do have a link in the chat. You do have a link
in the description. We have a link where you can you can support us. You can support us. All you have to do is click the link. It goes to our Buzzsprout page where our main hosting of the podcast is, and you can put in any amount you want to. You already subscribe to Apple TV. Y'all are subscribed to HBO and all these other things. Hey man, subscribe to the Redacted Show.
Just a little piece of money. Just a little piece of money.
Just a little pocket change.
But with that being said, we have quite a bit of big news that happened with the last time we've talked, along with some series that have ended that we're going to discuss as well, and also some current watches that we've been engaging with. So with that being said, we'll go ahead and get into the first. Here was just some current watches we've been doing. I know the big one right now is Jujutsu Kaisen Season 3 Culling Games art.
Great TV.
That. I did not watch this latest latest episode. But I've watched everything up to that point. So just great. I would say the first episode, if you watch the movie, you don't need to watch that. I believe we already talked about that in previous episodes. But just the Maki episode and pretty much the explainer episode, we've kind of talked about that at nauseam as well. But just great cinema, great TV.
Great I would say, emphasis on the animation. I would say one thing about Jujutsu Kaisen, I've said it many times, and then I also said it. I'm also doing reactions with our buddy Sage, so we have those reactions going out right now. And one thing I've been saying on there is the way that they're able to. I think if you're somebody who enjoys just cinematography, even if you don't like anime, if you just enjoy cinematography, angles and how stuff is shot, those things that they're doing in Jujutsu Kaisen, the art direction they're taking and the way they're directing these episodes and shots, I would say it is a masterclass on that topic. I've been watching like breakdowns of how they're doing it, and it is, I would say it far exceeds what the manga has by far. And I think that's really shows how much of a passion project this is for them. But yeah, I'm enjoying the season. I know you didn't watch the latest episode, but they introduced one of my goats, Higuruma.
Is that the one with the green hair?
Nah, green hair.
Remember they were talking about finding the two, and one of them was like some big in a suit. And
the one in the suit is the one in the suit is Higuruma. That's who they just showed. The other one you talking about, it's not green hair. It's like turquoise, blue, like teal. I know. You're talking about
blue type shit.
Yeah, you're talking about Kashimo. That is another goat. That's a crash out though. But Higuruma, he's all I'll say is him and Nanami would have been best friends because they're both are the epitome of I'm so over this job. So they would have been great friends.
Yeah, but another show we've watched that we finished, Wonder Man. So that show ended earlier this month.
Yeah, it ended
Did that
Well,
come
they
out?
dropped all
No,
the episodes at
it
once,
dropped. I'm
so
like, am
you
I?
could say it ended. You could say it ended that day, but I didn't. I watched it over the course of like a week. I let the
Yeah,
episode sit.
I didn't sit and watch everything, but I will say, Wonder Man. If you did not watch that, I don't believe you gave a full finish of the show. But I really enjoyed that. The ending, I think like there's a lot of ways that they can do that. I think they're introducing. I think like they're soft launching Wonder Man as a mutant because they're trying to introduce more mutants. They're trying to introduce pretty much lay as much groundwork as possible for mutants once we get through Doomsday and Secret Wars,
Mm-hmm.
because after that, we already Karen Feige ain't making it no secret. They're jumping into mutants as
Yeah.
quick as they can, and they're showing their excitement with it in Doomsday. I'm interested to see if anything, those mutants have anything to do with the mutants in this current 616 universe. But you know, that show was really good, especially the Doorman episode.
Oh, that
I
episode
really
was
like that.
great. That episode was great. Especially, I didn't expect it to be black and white. So that was I think that was a good loop that they threw in. Um, the way he got his powers though, I was I will say at first I was like, did he just touch dumpster juice?
Hey, if you want some powers, go to your local waste management and jump in that landfill. You gonna come out with something. I can't guarantee you gonna come out with powers, but
Yeah.
you will leave there with something on you or in you.
Yeah, and I was looking up some more stuff. 'Cause I know last time we talked about we only did like the first I think 4 episodes, um, and we know he's a Great Lakes Avenger in the comics, correct? And then
Yes.
his power lets him go to the dark dimension. I think that's how he opens the doors. If I remember correctly, that's how his um
Yeah, pretty much.
power
But in
lets
the
him go.
comics, he's a mutant. So like when they introduced Doorman, I'm like, oh shit, like maybe this is another way that they're introducing mutants, but the way he got his powers here, that basically makes him like a mutate.
Yeah,
So
like
not necessarily a
he's
mutant.
like straight meta human.
Yeah. But I really enjoyed this show. And they also
Yeah.
introduced so Wonder Man's brother is also a character in the comics, Nightmare, who's a villain to Wonder Man. And they didn't
Mm.
really play into that as much, but I wouldn't be surprised if he came back around and tried to ruin his brother's life because he seemed like he just wasn't hating that dude.
Nah, I don't think they'll go that way. Because the reason I say that is because that one episode when the New York Times reporter, or I think she was New York Times, the reporter was talking to Simon as well as Trevor, and she was like, "Oh, he already talked to your brother." And he was like, "God damn!" He was like, "What did he say?" And he called his brother. His brother
Yeah,
didn't answer, and then he was like, "Look, I just want to say, any problem me and my brother has, it's stuff that's under the bridge. We hash it out." And she was like, "Oh, your brother was probably one of the most people that praised you." He was like, "Oh, for real?" So I don't think they'll go
don't
that
go
way.
that route.
I think they could probably still introduce Nightmare, but actually, I take it back. They're not introducing him. If I know Marvel, they're not introducing him.
And I don't think I think it was reported or almost confirmed that we're not gonna see Wonder Man in like Doomsday or Super Wars. So I don't think I think he's pretty much shelved
Yeah,
until
because
all
I
that's
know
done.
they said they want to do that they plan on doing the season two. I know what is the director Crest? What is his name? Creston. I know Creston is in it. I don't remember if that's his first or last name. I know he's doing Spider Man as well, but I think it's
Yeah,
Daniel
Daniel
Creston
Day
Craig.
Cretton.
Yeah, I'm probably butchering his name, but I know he's talked about them wanting to do a second season, and they have like avenues that they want to take. And I think they will because I would say unanimously, this is probably the most well received Marvel TV show.
Mm-hmm.
Like I haven't objectively, I don't think I've seen a negative review on this show. Like all the other shows, I see like it's people that don't like Loki. It's people that don't like Wonder Woman. I mean, Wonder Woman. God dang, it's people that don't like WandaVision.
Yeah. Hey, this cut us some slack. We know it's been a minute. We know
Been a
it's been a
minute.
minute. We're
Been a minute. The
shaking off
note,
the rust.
yeah, the
Shaking
notes
off
aren't
the
there
rust.
anymore. But it's. I think this is the most well um received show, and I think it's also because one, for the first time in a while, it felt like we're in the Marvel universe, but not in a grand scheme. It didn't feel like it was like every decision is world altering. It was like
Yeah.
I'm seeing an individual in the Marvel universe going through a trial, and that's honestly how the comics are. It's not like every single thing is this Avengers event. It's like, bro,
Yeah.
I'm just trying to go through my job, and I got some things I got to hash out along the way that I
Exactly.
just happen to have to use my powers for.
Yeah.
So I
I'm
think,
glad you brought that point up because I think like they either someone in the room said this or they're just trying to go back to how comics are, where you have this one issue or this one run where his story doesn't tie into what the hell is going on in this main event.
yeah, and then and the good thing is I really enjoyed how you were able to see past Marvel stuff without it being like this was in this movie or this was in this, because if you notice, I forgot which episode it was, but it was when he was walking through LA and he passed by this, I don't know the actual area, but it was a little area where in Iron Man 3, I
Yeah,
think,
probably three because that was
yeah,
when the
Iron Man
Mandarin
3
showed up.
were Happy. I think it was Happy and somebody else. They got attacked by the glowing people in LA and they blew up like that Chinatown or whatever town.
That was I rewatched Iron Man 3 after that. That was a crazy movie.
Yeah. But they showed
Like,
they like Trevor was Simon was walking by that station where it happened. And I thought I
yeah,
said, oh, that was in Iron Man 3. So it's just small stuff like that where it's like hinting at things, but not fully saying, oh, this
yeah,
happened. And like as well how Trevor's character, how they were able to bring him back and make him more important, because originally you already know Mandarin, but he not the Mandarin. People was like, dang, he just a dude. But I
yeah,
think in this show, it's like, nah, he's actually like he's an upper echelon character now. Just like characters in Marvel that are interesting. I really enjoyed that. And then just overall the message they brought about. Um, I think overall with the show, I mean, I could talk about this show for hours. I'm gonna rewatch it. I really enjoyed the show. Um, yeah,
yeah. I was really surprised with Trevor. Like, I really liked his supporting character as well.
the DoD.
Yeah, Abdul. He can act his ass off blindfolded. Like he don't need he really don't need no help. But
Simon Williams, Wonder Man. I am interested to see how, and I know we talked about it a little bit, but I am interested to see when they start bringing in more of the damage control for mutants, because we all know at this point damage control is going to be what really sparks that mutant hate um in this on this earth for the MCU. So
yeah. But moving on, some other watches. Night of the Seven Kingdoms. Really, it's Night of the Nine Kingdoms, but because there's nine realms.
she was about to be 10 with what we about to talk about later on.
Yeah. But Night of the Seven Kingdoms, based on George R. R. Martin's series, The Hedge Knight, which is a series he wrote and is currently still writing because it's
Because he's
trying to
still
be
writing everything.
10 books. But right now it's just 3 books. So by Duncan A's Travels. So this first season was about the first book, and we see a lot. I think last time we talked, it was pretty much right before the trial. So pretty much we're just going to talk about the trial on spoilers if you have not seen the show. But anyway,
When that nigga took his head off, oh man, I cursed. Oh God.
because
But this,
I pretty much knew the book, so I knew he wasn't gonna make it, and they alluded to it in the episode before where Dayron
talked about the
had a
dream.
dream. He was like, "Yeah, there's a dead dragon." Well, that dream you could kind of interpret it different ways, but now he was
Yeah,
like, "Yeah, there's gonna be a dead dragon." And usually when they talk about a dead dragon, that means
a
a dead
Targaryen.
Targaryen. Somebody died, and
One of them died.
of course it could have been anyone else but Baylor. And really, he didn't even have to die because Dunk made Aaron basically submit. He made him yield before he got that mallet, his mace to the head. Because if you see that, he's still looking around. People still fighting. Makar still boxing two people off of him and Baylor. And whole time, Beesbury and Harding. Also, Baylor ain't shit because
He said,
he
"Who?"
said, "I'm Baylor." He said, "Hey, don't worry about the King's Guard. They're sworn to protect me. I'm gonna take them." Them niggas killed Baylor harder than Beesbury in the first 10 seconds.
Hey, bro. When they talked about like who died, and they said them two, I said they put up no minutes.
But nigga, they were supposed to take the other ones. Why are they taking the Kingsguard when they know the Kingsguard at this point are the best knights in the realm?
Hey man,
They're like the fucking
they the Harlem Globetrotters.
exactly. Everybody wants to be them niggas, and you can't touch them. So you going up against them, that's a death wish.
My thing about the
And
trial, I will say that episode, I really enjoyed it. This was the one time I think ever where I said it was near the very end of the backstory. I said, "It's kind of long, ain't it?" I won't lie. This is the first time I watched the back. I think ever, because I'd be like, if I y'all know me, I talk about backstories. I enjoy backstories. I don't. A lot of times, I don't care if they're in the middle of fights, but I think this was the first time I was like, "Dang!"
well, that
And I don't know
backstory wasn't.
why.
I think that backstory was invented for the show. That didn't happen in the books.
Yeah, and
Like in
I
this,
like the backstory.
yeah,
Um, freaking what is his the knight's name that he used to swear for? I
Arlen.
know he's of Pennytree, but I forgot his first name.
Yeah, Arlen of Pennytree.
Arlen of Pennytree. Um, he was funny. He was a drunk. Good lord, he was a drunk. And they said he was singing Dothraki.
Yeah,
So I think they say he's part Dothraki or he's like half Dothraki or something like that. But I enjoyed the backstory. It was like 3 minutes too long, but that's okay. Hey, but when he told him get up during that fight, I was like, yeah, this is
I
cinema.
think the one thing, well, just go about that scene and then just kind of going into Dunk. Like that scene was powerful because we know Sir Duncan the Tall is not a good knight. Like he doesn't really know how to be a knight, but who won that day was Dunk of Flea Bottom. Like he tapped into that. Oh, she's like, okay, fuck this night shit. We in my domain right now. You're
We in
not
the
you're
mud.
not beating me in a Duke off. And that's how he got Aaron, which I was so glad. I was like, whoop that nigga's ass.
Yeah, he was whooping him. Um, I wish they showed a little bit of Lionel. Or at the end, I wish they showed a little bit of him fighting. But I
Yeah,
think,
because
go ahead.
well, I was gonna say because apparently he's like one of the best knights in the realm. Like him and Baylor are like the top dogs when it's turns like levels of knights
Yeah,
outside of the Kingsguard, of course. But
yeah, and I really enjoyed the way they shot this episode because when it first starts off, showing inside of their helmets how much you really can't see what's going on. I think that emphasized like how crazy this fight really is because going from Dunk's point of view, where it's just you can't put your head
yeah,
is not
that
on a
little
swivel. You
visor.
you can't do this. You can't do none of that. You looking straight like this. And it's like, dude, you're going 40 miles per hour, 30 miles per hour on a horse, you getting stabbed, all this other stuff, and you really can't see who doing it.
Yeah,
You just taking hits. So I really like that viewpoint. But Dunk's character as a whole for this show, I really enjoyed how and I'm jumping forward later on in this season. I mean, yeah, later on in the season, when I really enjoy how once he saw the trial, how it all played out, how he kind of was like, these high lords ain't crap. Like they're really not worth anything for real. And he realized that when he was talking, when he did that whole speech, it was like, "Is there no true knights among you?" And Buddy stood up and passed gas and all this. So everybody laughing. He was like, "Oh, y'all really not like?" He was
yeah,
like, "Yeah, there's no honor here, bro." He was like, "I don't." He's like, "Honestly, I wanted to be a knight for a house, but being a hedge knight probably is way more valuable than being with y'all because all y'all corrupt."
yeah. It's one of those things that goes back to the story of like you never don't you don't want to meet your idols because they might disappoint you. And it's crazy that he's more knight than anyone, and technically he's not a real knight. He's not a knight
Yeah,
because Arlen never knighted him.
I was gonna say that's another thing I kind of like that they showed where technically it's up to your interpretation on if he got knighted or not. When they showed Lionel knighting Appleboy, I forgot his name.
Yeah, Raymond
Raymond, when
Fossilway.
Lionel was not, yeah, when Lionel was knighting Raymond, and then it showed from Dunk's perspective, it showed Arlen was like it's also it's interpreting like either he knighted him, he was like, well, I guess that's how you do it, or he legit just didn't know what to say, and he was like, I can't do it. So I like that interpretation where it leaves it up to you for real.
Yeah, and that's how they do it in the books, where it's like it's very they don't flat out say he wasn't a knight or that he was or wasn't knighted, but there's very heavy implications
That
that
like he wasn't
Arlen
at all.
never knighted him. And it's kind of similar to like Brienne of Toph from the Game of Thrones series, where like she's technically not a knight either because she's a woman, and you know nobody is knighting a woman, but she showed more knighthood, knight honor, chivalry than all these other niggas in the show, and same with Dunk.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just that that's his character arc in that sense, and him kind of opening his eyes in a way like, wow, this is basically the real world. Like it's not like this isn't the real world because he grew up basically in a slum, so he's seen the real world.
I was gonna say yeah.
Like he's seen like these higher ups and officials from a distance, literally from Flea Bottom, the slums. And he's like, man, if I make it there one day, like it's got to be better than this. And he's seen them up close and personal. It's like, oh no,
It's not really better.
nah. This grass ain't really that green. It's really a lot of red.
Yeah. Yeah. Dunk's character was really good. Egg. Egg Egg is still hilarious. Hey, when he said, "Get up, Sir Duncan, get up." Hey man. Egg.
When he basically got Thunder to go for Dunk because Dunk was frozen stiff during
Oh
that
yeah,
trial of 7, that was crazy. And that's another thing too. It's just like this man fought in the first trial of 7
in
in
100
100
years.
years and won, but
But I know his
because
boy,
the
his
the
body was
prince
hurting.
died, yeah,
He
because
was
the prince died, everybody just sad, and he feels responsible because he stuck up for him.
yeah. At the end of the day, it's what's his name for Arian?
Yeah, Aaron and Makar, because they're the ones that pushed for this. What Makar, well, Aaron was the one that called for the shit. Makar
Yeah.
was like, well,
Make
like I
Makar
guess, like why the fuck are
yeah.
you doing this?
Makar said just do single. And
Yeah,
then when
he's
his
like, are you
son said the
scared of
seven,
him
he
or
was like,
something? Like, what the fuck?
yeah, when his son said 7, he was like, are you scared of him? He was like, he's like, you really gonna sit up here and say you scared of a hedge knight? He was like, well, we could do 7.
Yeah, because
So
in the books it's different where um, Aaron is a bit more confident in that sense where he's like the only reason why he calls for a trial by 7 is because like he doesn't believe Dunk will be able to get 6 other champions to fight for him. So that's why
mhm.
he's just like, fuck it. We'll do trial by 7. It ain't because I don't think I can beat you. I don't think you got 6 niggas in your court or 6 people in your court.
You don't gotta start you don't gotta start in team. Okay.
But
Okay, that
and then
makes
another
sense.
thing at the end, we're kind of jumping towards the ending, where Makar is like he's sending Aryan to the east. In the books, they say he sent him to this one of the free cities called Lease, where it's basically like going to fucking Las Vegas. Like everything's legal there, gambling, all types of
Stuff.
just lust, sex, and all this. I'm like, I don't know what you do, what sending him over there is gonna do, but it ain't gonna make it better.
He need to send him to the wall. That's where he should have sent him
Yeah,
to the
they
wall or
should have
to
sent
the
that nigga to
was
the
it the
wall.
Citadel?
Yeah,
He should have turned him to a monk.
that's
That
what I'm saying. I'm like, why do people threaten? Well, because they know if your ass go to the wall, ain't no turning back.
bro,
Don't
you are in that
nobody want
360
to go
deal.
to that north.
They people hear the wall, they get their act together.
Together.
They get that act together
They
quick.
see
They
the
hear the
wall.
wall.
Yes, sir. I bet you if he would have said the wall, he would have straightened up
Boy, he would have been the best he would have been the best brother to everybody.
everybody.
Oh, another thing, that scene where Egg had the knife. Well, first when Egg realized his hair was growing back, and you see him kind of get that. It was like that silent rage of like, I don't want to beat him. And then he gets that knife and he walks into Arian's room, and his dad is there, like Makar is there, and he just kind of he didn't really stop him. He just looked trying to see like what he do, and then Egg was just started like he just broke down crying. That was a I won't lie,
That was
that
a
was a
powerful
very
scene.
that was a crazy scene, like a very powerful scene because you just see all that honestly that rage and like sadness where it's like Egg at the end of the day he's thinking from my interpretation of it, he's thinking, I know this is my brother. He did me wrong. So technically I don't want to kill him at the same time. Since he's done all this wrong to everybody around me, I do want to like just take his life. Like so that I
Was
think that
like
was a very powerful scene. And I
it
think
was.
Makar being there made it even better because it's not like it's not that he specifically stopped him. It was just the sense of I know why you're mad too, because I'm also mad like that too. So I
Yeah,
think that was a cool dynamic between
and he's
them.
just trying to be more of a father to him because kind of in the early episodes, Egg brought up how like he doesn't really feel like he knows Makar because he's so distant, or he doesn't really. They don't really talk. And when they do talk, he's probably just always in their ass.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard for all making them do shit they don't want to do. I mean, you heard Maker on that when they first introduced him, and it was like, I don't give a fuck what Darren want to do. He's gonna fight in this. He's gonna knight in this tournament, or I'm gonna kill
Yeah.
him. He's like, that ain't gonna do what I want to do, or he's dead. Father of the year.
Yeah. And then you see that change at the very, very end when he asked Dunk to take him on as a squire. And he was like, only way I do is if he's not about to live with y'all in these pretty places because we see what it produced already. He gonna be on the road with me, and we gonna be sleeping in the dirt. And Makar, you could see that he knows that that's the right decision, but at the same time, it's like he said he literally said that's my what did he say, that's my only son,
He's like, that's my
or that's my
last son.
yeah, and that's could be interpreted two ways. That could be interpreted as obviously he's the youngest, so that's his last son, or it could be interpreted as I know I lost the other two already.
And
Not
Eamon. Well, because
not
Eamon, he's
yeah, he's a monk or whatever. I
yeah,
forgot. He's
he's
at the
he's a
Citadel, the
fucking
keep,
maester.
whatever. Yeah. So it's in the sense of saying the other ones are lost where I can influence them, but I can't fully because they're already in their ways. We already know Aaron is crazy. The other one a drunk. The other one a monk. They're all off doing their thing. I can only do so much, but this is my last son where I can actually maybe try to nurture. Maybe I
Yeah.
can do a full 180 and nurture them now where you're good. So that's why this is my last son. So I like that dialogue.
But now they're off to their next journey.
And Makor trying to
Next
figure out where
season.
Egg is, bro. Hey, when they ended this episode, he said, "Where the is Egg?" Bro, he had the most stressful weekend of
He
any.
did. He lost his two sons, found them niggas, thought he this nigga kidnapped him, killed his brother on accident in a
Bro,
trial by 7.
he
His
had the
son
most stressful week.
basically is the reason for his brother's death, because he's the one that caused this shit, caused the trial by 7, all because he was being butthurt by some play. And now this whole shit. Now Egg is gone.
And Dunk know deep down Egg lied. But he was like, man, it's my dog. We going. Egg is hilarious, bro. So I'm very excited for that next season.
Yeah, me too. But sticking in the Warner Brother realm,
Who
we all heard the news that came recently this week. Netflix has backed out of the deal to acquire Warner Brothers, leaving a one-way street to Paramount and the Ellison family to purchase Warner Brothers. This deal, I'm not sure when it will be finalized, but it has happened.
Yeah, they have to go through. Yeah, they have to go through all the regulations. So the same regulations and things that Netflix still would have had to go through because technically the deal wasn't finalized with Netflix either. So they still have to go through different, I think, California courts as well as other things. I don't know the full interworkings of it. I just know they have to go through different regulations. But yes, they on paper now are the clear front runners of this deal because Netflix pulled out of the deal. I think the Ellison's family, Paramount, I'll say Paramount's bid for it was 110 billion, I believe.
Yep.
And to do some context on this, so I'm going to be jumping around all over the place. Netflix, when they pulled out of the deal, their CEO is escaping his name is escaping me right now. He went out and said it was over a meeting that they had. They said they're fine with that because they made profit. So when they announced the deal, I believe Netflix stock rose. And essentially, with them pulling out of the deal, I think they made around $6 billion just from announcing this deal and pulling out of this deal. They made, I think, around $6 billion. I could be wrong on the number, but they made money nonetheless.
Yeah, I'm reading a report from Deadline saying Netflix banks a quick 2.8 billion
Okay,
as
2.8.
Paramount pays. Okay, of course they want to. Yeah, as Paramount pays Warner Brothers termination fee, streamer shares rise another 14%.
Yeah, so Netflix made money off this. Paramount put in this deal, and now it's going forward. One thing to know about Paramount, though, I know we're gonna get into the Ellison family stuff, but Paramount as a company, we're gonna talk about some numbers. So Paramount's in Q4 last year, their loss widened to $500 million. So they lost $500 million last year in Q4. I believe right now they're in debt of, I don't know the exact number. They're in a very high debt, right? The funding for this deal came from Paramount. It came from Ellison. So the father, because one of the sons is over Paramount. So, but the father put in money as well, his own money. A Saudi Arabian company or government, I forgot which one, put in money as well. And then they got a loan from, I want to say Bank of America and Citibank, but that could be wrong. But they got loans as well to cover this, right? And one, that's already terrible because you're already in crazy amounts of debt, right? As a
Crazy
company,
debt. That's crazy bankroll.
crazy
That you
bankroll,
spending that you ain't got.
crazy bankroll that you don't got, right? And then from there, if they're that much in debt, all that translates to is they're going to be mass layoffs. And they already said this. They said they're going to be mass layoffs. Once they acquire it, there's going to be mass layoffs. So people have to realize the main thing they wanted isn't even the studios themselves. It's the TV networks, we could say. So it's all the news networks that was under Warner Brothers, what they mainly wanted. But what they're gonna have to do to see any type of profit, I don't think they'll ever see profit from this, is they're gonna have to gut like a very high number of these studios. So what does
Yeah.
that mean? Like we said, that means mass layoffs. That means less movies. And movies are great in the grand scheme of things, but at the end of the day, that don't mean nothing when movies don't matter right now, bro. We're talking about monopolies. We're talking about one controlling all the media, which is insane to think.
Not
So
just like movies, TV. We're talking about news. The
news,
like what we consume for our safety, and just to stay alert with what's going on in the world. People are controlling that. They've been controlling it for a long time, but now just like B said, of one head that's partnered with the Orange Man.
partnered
We
with the
already know
Orange
how he
Man.
rocked.
They partnered with Big Yahoo. Um, and you got to think at this point they own TikTok USA. They own practically every streaming, every news channel, dang near. Um, and I'll say I really believe that within, say this deal does go through, like no antitrust stops it, nothing stops it, and it goes through. I fully believe that like within 10 years, I can see Warner Brothers just not ceasing to exist, but it's gonna be so like bad. because like already said, you have already that much debt. The amount of stuff, the amount of turnover and gutting you have to do as a business. Goodness gracious, boy.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to find the exact numbers on stuff, but I can't find it. I had it earlier.
And this is only going to cause a bigger monopoly because, like, this is just Warner Brothers getting bought out. Who's to say them niggas in this? Who don't say Mickey Mouse will pull some greater and be like, hold my beer, I'm going to buy everything. Or you have, because I feel this is just going to turn into one conglomerate media juggernaut where it's one group of high-ranking, mustache-twirling ass niggas controlling everything.
Yeah, we're trending toward,
That's
bro.
what it's gonna be in the
We're
next
trending,
5 years.
bro. We're trending towards we're trending toward one of the worst timelines. We're trending toward a Terminator / Alien Earth timeline. Because if you see Alien Earth, that's a crazy. You have to your water. They tried to get you. I said you looked at your water like something was messed up.
Yeah, I might be dead.
Oh man, but
They got me. They got me. Them niggas in the tunnels got me.
The trumpets going off, man. Trumpets in the background. But
The saxophones.
the saxophone, excuse me. But it's trending towards and I said Alien Earth because on there you had 3 companies that they said this is Waitani, this is that. And this is it's my property. And it's crazy to think, but just going back to the deal itself. So I'm gonna just read off some things that Paramount would own, right? And I'm not gonna go over everything because it's too much. They would own TNT, CBS, CNN, MTV, Showtime, Adult Swim, DC Studios, and that includes film, TV rights, comics, all that. Paramount Plus, Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network. I don't know. I was thinking about Comedy Central because they get Comedy Central as well.
Yeah.
Then HBO Max and HBO. And I like to say this again. They are like $100 billion in debt. It may not be that high, but they have a lot of debt. So a lot of these
100 billion.
No, I said that may not be how high it is, but it's high.
Okay.
I didn't say that's not high, boy.
I'm like, nigga, who said 100 billion is high? Who said 100 billion ain't high? What the fuck? You got me all the way back. I'm like, who said that was high?
No, that is a lot. And then people got to think the average person, right? They may not have all these streaming services, but they got that news channel was on everybody. You go on the internet, you go on Google, you go on any website, it's gonna be a news feed. Imagine if one person controlled all the news. Imagine if let's put a scenario. If I controlled all the news, boy,
you only see
agenda.
What I want you to see.
Agenda. Y'all gonna be learning about JJK, boy. Y'all gonna be learning about Transformers every day. I don't care. You gonna learn who Optimus Prime is. So you gotta think, if one person is controlling all the media, they can put whatever they want on there. And when this one person is connected to, like we said earlier, the annoying orange, Big Yahoo, and all this other stuff, what you think they're gonna be putting out there, man? It's like I said, it's beyond movies. I apologize. I don't have all the numbers up in front of me. Um, but just in general, it is a very interesting. It's not interesting. It's a very dumb thing to let happen if it fully goes through, and I think it will. I'll
Yeah,
be honest.
I don't see anything, unfortunately, stopping this or derailing this, but yeah, it's not looking too good.
Yeah, and the other thing that where this does affect movies is Paramount has said they said this I believe last year. They said that any actor who speaks out against the genocide in Gaza and Palestine, they said any actor that speaks out against that, you won't work with us. You know how crazy that is to say? You know how crazy you know how much of an evil I can't curse right now. You know how much of an evil person you gotta be to say, yeah, if you speak out against some wrongdoing, you ain't gonna work. You not
Yeah,
getting no job as long as we here. You know how crazy that is?
that's
And
insane.
it was like three. I think it was. I know it was more than 1,000 plus actors and industry people have signed off on this thing, saying like they don't support um what's going on over there. So it's really gonna be. Y'all about to get Gal Gadot in 40 movies with her non-acting self. Y'all about to get the most most
Blandest, basic, one trick
yeah
pony, one track minded
people in these
individuals.
projects, and then it just makes you think because even like a recent movie, Scream 7, that came out, they did I think they did $500,000 of rewriting and reshoots. It was either 500,000 or like it was a high number because I believe it was who was originally in that movie. I think Jenna Ortega and somebody else was originally in there. One of the they were like two of the leads, but they were speaking out against the stuff happening in Gaza, and they dropped them from the project. You dropped them from your movie, and then you did reshoots and all this other stuff. And from what I've heard, I'm not gonna watch Scream 7. I got no business watching it. I've heard it's bad. It doesn't, and it makes sense when you're dropping people from projects. So it's bigger than just movies, but it influences movies and influences
Yeah,
a lot of other things as well.
influences everything,
Yeah.
everything we consume.
So somebody need to intervene. Um, I put in my bid for the for Warner Brothers, but
Like I say, I matched it. So
yeah, I put in my bid. I'm still waiting to hear back. Um, so we'll see.
hey, you know what they say, the squeaky wheel gets the grease.
Yeah,
We just gonna keep squeaking.
yeah. But I will say I think this for all the negatives that this brings out, I will say I think it has created a space where a lot of these people in the industry, and I know it takes money to do it, can start making fully their own projects. And honestly, somebody got to make a new studio. It just got to be a couple new studios, um, and we'll see what happens. But to expect anything like a Sinners or One Battle After Another, or honestly even Superman to be how they were recently, I don't. I will say good luck
Mm-hmm.
if anything like those ever come out. We're gonna have Superman in the next movie saying Baravia needs $800 billion or something. He gonna say this is. He gonna say
And the
he,
Moravia.
Superman about to be like, I'm the man of tomorrow and America. Like what,
Oh my god.
bro? No,
No, no, Daniel. No.
Bro, you know that meme where they say when your goat washed? Or they like when they slander your goat and you can't fight back. It's about to be a lot of that, bro. Because deep man,
Yeah,
if y'all thought I'll say this is another. If you want real outrage, I'll give you something. If you thought they was gonna make something with Static Shock,
yeah. Nope. Try again. I don't even trust the niggas at Warner Brothers. I mean, I trust James Gunn, but I don't think they need to do none with Static Shock right now. And
I don't
especially
think
after
they're.
this bullshit. That was my stance. I'm like, don't
I'll be surprised they
touch
let
that.
James Gunn do anything for real.
Yeah. We
They was
know
already
James
mad with
Gunn
the
don't play that.
Superman movie. But yeah, but we'll see. Um, Hopefully somebody with a backbone steps in and says, "Look, we let a lot of monopolies happen, but this is one that we just can't." But we'll see.
All right. So with that being said, we're gonna move on to our like and low redacted. We don't have many, but a lot of new trailers, new shows coming out, new movies coming out. So first one's first. The trailer for the new Amazon Prime Spider-Man Noir black and white and color trailer came out featuring Nicolas Cage as Spider-Man Noir.
I still have not watched it.
I think that show is going to be pretty good. It's the trailer is kind of funny, like unseriously funny. Like don't take us that seriously funny, but I think it's going to be a good show.
Let me
It featured like the Sandman and I think some other villain, but
find it real quick. I've been putting off watching it until we record it. Um yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. But go ahead. I didn't catch everybody they showed. I saw Electrode.
yeah,
I
it was
think that was
that was
Electrode.
who was in Sandman and someone else. But pretty much we have Ben Riley, Spider-Man Noir, Nicolas Cage. Um, and they also have a color version of this, but I don't know how you watch Spider-Man Noir not in black and white. But
Yeah, I'm
if you
definitely gonna
love
be
this,
tapped in.
we'll probably be doing weekly updates on this show. But
Yeah, I am interested. The web swinging
I mean,
looks
that looked clean.
great.
That looked so
That
clean.
looked great, boy. um, I like the little things we were able to see. Um, I'm not the biggest person that knows a lot about Spider-Man Noir outside of his name is in black and white and maybe a few things. So I'm interested to see his character more and learn more about him.
Yeah. Next, there was a try to find the names on it. Oh, the new Mortal Kombat 2 trailer, the official trailer with Johnny Cage. Now, the first movie was ass. Was not good. Was not good. We can all agree to that. This trailer looks very promising though. It
Bro,
looks like they've learned all the right lessons from the first one. I don't even want them to acknowledge anything that happened in that first movie. From the looks of this trailer, I don't think they are.
I was gonna say I don't even remember the first movie. I remember it, but I don't remember it.
It was not good. But everyone else is there except Johnny Cage, which I think, and I had to watch. Unfortunately, I had to rewatch the first one to remember if they had an end credit scene about Johnny Cage. I want to say they did, but I don't know that for certain. But yeah, this trailer looks like some heat. I'm excited for it. I think because now is this movie coming out at the same time as Street Fighter?
I'm not sure.
Or not at the same time, but it's like same year. Cause I want to say that Street Fighter movie, yeah, comes out in
Is Street Fighter this year?
2026.
I haven't heard nothing else about it.
It comes out October 2026. Mortal Kombat 2 comes out May 8th, 2026.
Okay.
Apparently, that Cole Young, the main character from the first movie, is supposed to be in the second movie. I don't see him shown in that trailer once, unless I missed something. I don't. I
Yeah.
hope they don't show him at all. I hope they kill.
So yo, they kill.
I hope we just don't see him again.
You
Or if
wasn't
we
messing with him?
do, he's another character. Like that, we see the actor, but he's playing somebody different. I don't want to see Cole Young in this movie. He was not a good main character. Like you made someone out of scratch, out of thin air. He was not pulled from no Mortal Kombat mythos at all. You just made a nigga up for the sake of a movie. When you had all this lore, all this game lore to pull from to make a movie out of. He was like, nah, want to make this random bastard son of Scorpion the main character who was uninteresting, kept getting his ass beat, and no real character development. Was trying to be like Keanu Reeves, but sucked.
Oh my goodness.
So, with that being said, this Mortal Kombat 2 movie looks promising. I like it.
Yeah. I'll
And,
say
Carl Urban. What else can we say about him? Like, he's just that guy.
yeah. I'll say I like the trailer. I like the trailer more than I thought I would. Cause y'all know me originally, I was like, I don't know, y'all. So right now I'm taking back that statement. It looks good to me. So I'm more excited to watch it now.
Yes.
So I'm definitely gonna be watching it. It looks like a good turn your brain off action movie.
And that's the thing. And that's what I said when we've talked about that Street Fighter movie. Like, Street Fighter, we're not trying to watch. Like, don't do what Mortal Kombat 1 did. We're not watching this movie for plot. We're not. We're not watching this movie for that. We're watching it for good fight scenes, good character designs, and that's it. Just have a plot in there so it's not just straight fighting, but we're not really like don't make it the point of the movie.
Yeah, like I don't need a
Just
I don't need a
have
Christopher
it get us
Nolan
from
plot.
fight 1 to fight 2.
Yeah, I don't need a Christopher Nolan plot. I don't need a
No.
Scorsese plot. Just give me the meathead plot, boy. A to B.
Yeah. This needs to be a hell yeah brother movie.
Exactly.
Those are the like little redacteds that I had.
The only one I have is for Xbox. So for people that don't know, Xbox has a new CEO now. It's not really like a little Redacted because I don't like it, but they have a new CEO. Her name is I think Aisha Sharma. I believe that's how you pronounce her name. But pretty much she is taking over Xbox Microsoft division. And one of her big things is AI. And it's from what I've been able to read a little bit about it, it's more so using it. I won't say not in a good way, but all it's like I feel like it's the running. I don't even want to say joke, but it's like a humiliation thing they have now with these new CEOs where they're just like, I just can't wait to use AI. And then everybody who supports said company is like, we don't want that. We just want a better product.
Yeah.
So that's kind of her thing. But one of the things that was interesting about her that people brought up is she only been with Microsoft, I believe, for I think less than 3 years or maybe max 3 years. And she was in their like an AI division they had. And one thing that people kind of came to the conclusion is that because the original CEO, I believe his name was Phil Knight. No, Phil Knight is Nike. I'm tripping. Is it Spencer? I don't remember his name, bro. Yeah, Phil Spencer. Um, so he was the original CEO. It was him and other lady, black lady at that. They were kind of like the two heads of Microsoft Gaming. So he announced his retirement, and everybody was thinking anyway, like if he retired anytime, Sarah Bond will take over. So he announced his retirement, and then Sarah Bond says she's leaving Microsoft. So a lot of people are thinking one, they pushed him to an not early retirement, but they pushed him. They're like, yeah, you're gonna retire. Which, as somebody who works in the corporate world, I've seen that many a time where certain individuals are in their role and they're just like, you're gonna have an early retirement, aren't you, John? Like, what? I didn't think I was, but no, you are. But that came about, and I guess the real red flag that people are saying is they're moving more so in the sense of pushing AI onto gamers, and also Xbox as a whole has been declining as well. Just because as soon as you allow your product to be, I'm talking about Xbox exclusive games, as soon as you allow that to be transferable over to other consoles, it's like, what's the point?
What's the point of like what's the difference between me owning an Xbox and a PlayStation? Like the sole reason is I'm getting shit that I'm not getting over here. That's the sole reason people are getting PlayStation. Because I can play Spider Man and
Mm-hmm.
eventually this Wolverine game that looks clean as fuck.
It
That
does.
I can't play on Xbox. So I get that too. And then it's like with the news we were talking about that one episode where it was, I think it was PlayStation or Sony. Well, they're the same thing, but Sony introduced an idea of having AI help you on a hard part of the game.
Crazy.
Like, what are we doing? Where
Crazy.
did time go? Where did
It's
struggle go?
because people, it's that dang phone, man.
Next thing you
And
know, you're gonna have AI weapons.
they already got that. That's a story for a different day. I don't want the black trucks split up, but it's. I think the thing that's changed a lot in gaming is everybody feels like there's supposed to be some pro at the game, and they're watching these streamers and these YouTube accounts of people that are tryhards or that think they're like pros. And they're like, man, this is the best gun with all these attachments. You could get your KD up to 3.5 and all this other stuff. I'm like, dude, are you playing the game to have fun or are you just trying to sweat on the game?
Exactly.
Like I'm on here to chill. But we got all these people like, man, the new
You got
meta
all
is if
these
you do
fucking
3 turns and
sweaty ass kids.
yeah. That's why single player games are the way to go. That's also why I'm gonna get a PC so I can play everything. But
Might be
that
right
was all
there
I
with
kind of
you.
had. It was just talking about the little Xbox news. It was interesting to see because a lot of people in the gaming community was like, yeah, in about probably the next 5 to 10 years, Xbox is not going to be around just because they've been on a bad decline and they're probably like one of the least profitable things in recent years for Microsoft.
Yeah. Yeah. But with that being said, we're gonna move on to the infamous Get in Our Bag segment. Meek, please drop the music.
Yeah, bitch, I'm in my bag, yeah, bag, bitch, I just made a bag, yeah, bag, bitch, I just made a bag, yeah, bag of big bag.
All right, so for today's Get in Our Bag question, I'm gonna have Feek blind rank 10 black comic book characters. So, are you ready?
Yes.
Your first one is John Stewart Green Lantern.
Oh, out the gate. God. John Stewart Green Lantern. You said it's 10. 10 people,
Yes.
right? John Stewart got to be top 3. And it's only comic books, so I can X out some stuff. So I'll put John Stewart at 3. No. I'll put John Stewart at 2.
Okay. Number 2. Next, you have Static.
Okay. I'm gonna put Static at damn. I'm gonna put Static at 3.
Okay.
Oh, I don't like it already.
All right. The next one you have is John Henry Irons, also known as Steel.
Oh, Steel. I could put Steel at 10.
Damn, putting a Superman at 10. That's great.
Steel is cool, but I've only ever watched him in like very small things.
All right. Next is Spawn.
Whoo. I'm gonna put Spawn at I'm gonna put Spawn at see, it's one character. I don't know if you're gonna say them as like being black, so I'm kind of just keeping a spot open. I'm gonna put Spawn at 5.
Okay. I figured you would do that. So the recap, you have John Stewart at 2, Static at 3, Spawn at 5, and Steel at 10.
Mm-hmm.
So that is 4 right now. Next, you have Storm.
I'm putting Storm at 1.
Right answer. Next, you have T'Challa, Black Panther.
See, I'm gonna put T'Challa at. See, there's a, and I know you're gonna say this character, but I would play it safe. And if you say this character, I'm gonna say it out loud. I'm gonna put T'Challa at. I should have switched Spawn at. I should have put Spawn 4 at T'Challa 5, but I'll put T'Challa 4.
Okay, T'Challa at 4.
I pray you don't say this character.
All right, so you have your top 5. So you have 6, 7, 8, and 9 left.
You about to say some BS? Come on.
Next you have Monica Rambeau.
Oh, I'll put Monica at. I'll put her at 9.
Okay. Next, you have Icon.
Should have put him at 2.
You put a Black Superman at the bottom.
Bro, I'm thinking about how much I like engaged with the character. I'm not engaged with Icon. 8, I guess.
8. All right, so you have 7 and 6 still open. Next, you have War Machine.
Ooh, dang. Crap, 6. I know this last one. I already know what you're going to say for the last one.
All right, you have War Machine at 6, so that leaves Bishop at 7.
Oh, okay. I'm fine.
What do you think I was going to say?
I'll put Bishop at 7. I thought you were about to try to do a curveball and say Martian Manhunter. I don't know why in my mind I was like, is Dana gonna pull that? I said, I hope he does.
No.
Okay.
I'm not that crazy. So to agree go with this list, you have Storm at 1, Jon Stewart at 2, Static at 3, T'Challa Black Panther at 4, Spawn at 5. You have War Machine, James Rhodes at 6, Bishop at 7, Icon at 8, Monica Rambeau at 9, and John Henry Irons, or so known as Steel, at 10.
I like my list.
Let us know what you think of Feek's list in the comments below. But with that being said, we're going to move on to our final segment, our redacted rule. Thank you guys again for tuning in for this episode. My redacted rule is, if someone tells you they're sick, believe. That's all I got to say.
My redacted rule is watch a new movie this week. Just watch something new. Watch something that's also not in a genre you usually watch. If you're always watching action movies, go ahead and watch some mystery, watch some romance, watch something different. Cleanse your brain palette. Watch something new.
I'm gonna take that challenge. But with that being said, it's been your boy Dana Dave.
Been your boy Wafik.
And we out.
Peace.
Out the mud, we did it. We did it.
Recipes call me, I'ma show 'em how to shoot. On the 4-5, jump in the ass, my crew. Yeah, I'm step with a fat, keep it all of the hoes on mute. Pull up park, could be yellow with a brew. 48 for quick burns. Crazy 8s in the back, yeah, the trunk on hot like a cube. 40 on me when I'm in the backseat. Blotter, paper pre-cup. Chris make juice, it'll drop like Shane came with a clean plate, came with a sink. The Parator came with a mate. Charcoal's white like paint. My hoe by the hoe, cause she know it's my king. Hit on my side, cause I drop a song. Think you should hit up the link. The phenotype came from the pink Colombian thing. Yeah, the genetics unique. Cellular right on the beat. I'm teaching the hoe like I'm Play-Doh. I got the veggies like by the tomato. You got a basic hoe making Alfredo. I put a bag on a hoe on my payroll. I get active at night, then I lay low. The salmon was breaded with panko. Shrunk in my soup, I believe it was mango. Got my Soviet clutching the Draco. You said it was bacon, we taking your cake though. I got the tree like a poplar. Bango. I've been at 10